Ask Jay, episode 25, and we're rolling. I'm Jay Morrison. For those of you who are new to the Ask Jay, which you shouldn't be, you should be on it by now. New to the Ask Jay show. And every episode, I do kind of an intro like this, and I answer 5 questions throughout the episode. I'll start with the motivational Ask Jay motivational message of the day, and then we get to 5 random questions that are sent to me by my team that I answer without previewing them, and then we end the show. So anyway, I like to start off today by first apologizing, right? I got to keep it on it. I got to be authentic. I missed yesterday, and I was gonna do one late last night after dinner because I want to honor my commitment at the end of the day, just flat out. And so my commitment is 1 video per day for 90 days. And this is my 3rd time that I missed a day and I had to double up on a day, right? So I gotta lead by example, and I gotta take ownership for not living up to my daily commitment. So I apologize, and I commit to no matter what is happening in my day. And sometimes it's just hectic, or just I'm not in the Ask Jay mood, or get in front of the camera, or my battery's low, or I don't have lighting, or I'm not in the right location, or there's noise. You know what I mean? It's just like life, right? But I did commit to a video a day, so by all means, I don't care if it gotta be a selfie video. Like, I want to give you quality as well, right? I don't want, you know what I mean? So I want to do Ask Jay videos daily, but I want them to be quality videos daily. Hold on. I'm not like promoting naked or nothing. They didn't cut me a check. It's just my snack right now. So anyway, I do want to make them quality, so I will try to aim for that. But if we gotta sacrifice quality for me to honor my word, then quality is gonna be out. So however I have to do it, you will get an Ask Jay video every single day for the next, I guess, what is that? It won't be 75. It'll be 65 days. So it's episode 25. We got 90 days to go, or 65 more days to go together. So, all right. Anyway, so I take ownership. Apologize. I hope you accept that and commitment moving forward. Daily episodes. So my motivational message of the day is, I just had a talk. It's more of a story, but you'll take motivation out of it. I just had to talk with one of my friends. And he was here, and he did some stuff online, whatever. And as he was leaving, I was saying to him, "You want to save some money this holiday season?" He was like, "Yeah, sure." I was like, "All right." I was like, "Yo, well, we boycotting Black Friday and Christmas." He was like, "Man," I'm like, he's like, "I could see Black Friday." He said, "Christmas too?" I said, "Yeah, we boycotting Black Friday and Christmas." I said, "One, don't you you ain't even got it like that. You still trying to hustle and figure out your next job, but you about to spend $700-800 on Christmas gifts. You don't even got the money really for." That's 1. 2, no, that's not even the first thing I said to him. That's just another point I just added, to be honest. I didn't even say that to him, but that's true. But 2 is that the bigger point I got to him was like, yo, he knows about all the injustice that's been going on. Sandra Bland, Freddie Gray, Eric Garner, etc., like the injustice in the Black community. That's why we're boycotting, is to raise awareness and to hurt the pockets of the companies that pay for the lobbyists that make the laws that target Black people. That's the part I think we're not really connecting. We are boycotting to hurt the pockets of the companies that are the lobbyists that pay for the politicians that make the laws that target and adversely affect Black people. Right? So that's why we're boycotting. To hurt the pockets of the companies who support the lobbyists that make the laws, or lobby the politicians that make the laws that adversely affect Black people. He got it, but he still was like, all right, you know what? I'm going to think about it. And I was like, what's to think about? I was like, you know what? I said, God forbid it be one of your daughters or somebody in your family that was Sandra Bland, or that was Freddie Gray, that was Eric Garner. Then you do it. When they hit home, he's like, yeah, you're right. I was like, yeah, when they hit home, you want us to be out there rallying for you and don't shoot and die-ins and boycott and protesting, right? When it's your family, then you want us to ride out for you. So you cool with boycotting if Sandra Bland was actually your sister, or Freddie Gray was actually your brother. Or the young lady that got, so I said, he got 2 daughters. I said, if your daughter was flipped over in a chair by a police officer, you be protesting, you be boycotting this Black Friday. So why don't you act like that's your daughter? It's our people. It's our people. Act like that's your brother and your sister. So anyway, I convinced him he's in, all in, justice or else, BD or else. We boycotting Black Friday to make a statement together. Pretend Freddie Gray was actually your cousin Freddie. Pretend Sandra Bland was your cousin Sandra. Like you had Thanksgivings with her. What will you do then? Pretend Eric Garner was actually your Uncle Eric from Staten Island. Think you live in North Carolina, you live in Louisiana, but Eric Garner was actually your Uncle Eric from Staten Island. And he got choked out on camera. Wouldn't you have a problem? You would have no problem boycotting Black Friday then? If Freddie gave with your cousin Freddie from Baltimore, you have a problem boycotting Black Friday then? Is you're not relating and connecting with your people. That's the problem. We not doing it as a people. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's my motivational message. So be motivated to boycott Black Friday and Christmas this holiday season. That's it. One of the questions. Ask Jay. Episode 25. Go.
This just in 93 on Twitter asks, my goal is to buy a split fam house, live in one side and rent the other. How would I accomplish this with the least friction?
All right, so you want to buy a duplex house, basically, a two-family house, and you want to do it with as least down payment, etc. So it's very simple. You're just going to go into a mortgage company, and you are going to go get pre-qualified, and then you're going to begin your steps of purchasing a house. Like you just got to, it's like a very broad question. And the first thing I would say is, do this. No, here's your answer. Go to jmorrison.net, put your name and email in, and get the Real Estate A through Z webinar. And after you watch that hour, 40-minute webinar, your whole question and the following 6 questions you're going to have are all going to be answered. That's it. That's your answer. Next question.
William Hardy on Facebook asks,
What's up, Will?
When growing up poor, what kept you motivated to succeed?
Growing up poor. Like, I hated it. When you're really poor, I'm not talking about... See, I don't know how everybody grew up. Like, we were classified below the poverty line. Not even like poor. We were below the poverty line. So, growing up like that, where it's just like you couldn't even get 50 cents from your mom for a pretzel in school. Like, you couldn't get nothing but the free lunch ticket. But the 5 blue tickets you got with the creases in them, that's all you got. Well, it first started out as a green free lunch ticket in Central School in Somerville, which is in a plastic laminated thing. Then when I went to the suburb school my mom was into, we lived in a suburb, but still were in the below poverty section of the suburb getting housing. And we got the 5 blue tickets with the creases, with the, what's it called, whatever, the creases in them that you rip off and give, you know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, I'm saying, growing up, like, you're just known as the poor kid in school. Like, all the way to high school, we got free lunch tickets. Like, I wasn't no, like, I'm coming in with nothing fresh, nothing new. Like, wasn't none of that. Like, wasn't, no money for no fresh J's, wasn't no option for none of that shit. Like, we had to put food. Like, we were trying to not eat just add water pancake mix 4 or 5 nights in a row. Like, I'm talking about real, you know what I'm saying? We ain't had no bread at all. So, that was my motivation, is that I got to change my circumstance. And I never can go back once I get out. And I never did. I'm not gonna. So, it's like, God forbid, you know what I'm saying? I keep doing the right things. So, it's like, not being poor is my motivation. And, like, helping my mom and not seeing her buying the $200 station wagon from the guy downstairs from the apartment we live in, you know what I'm saying? Then that breaks down, we get another $150 car. Like, we ain't even had $1,000 cars growing up. Like, all our cars was like a $500 car was like, yo, we just came up. Like, that's not how I grew up. You know what I'm saying? So that's my motivation. Next question, please.
Real Estate Glenn on Instagram asks,
What
are your thoughts on bandit signs?
Bandit signs are cool. I've gotten great deals off bandit signs. Just post them in good traffic areas. Be creative. I mean, that's all. Like, it's good marketing. Everything's good marketing. Like, do everything that you can afford to do. Why not? You're only one deal away. JMA, Wealth Builders. What's up? Next question.
Stacy A on Facebook asked, I heard you say in another video you're writing a book. What is it going to be about?
Well, I just finished my 2nd book, Lord of My Land, 5 Steps to Home Ownership. That'll be out this holiday season. And actually, whatever, I'll get into that later. But then my next book is called The Solution, the African American Blueprint to Liberty, Justice, and Repair. So it's just actually my critical thinking, put the best use, solving the issues for our community, which are political unification, economic stimulation, and social elevation. So examples of that, political empowerment or political unity or political power or unification is the Black Tea Party, which is an initiative that I'm starting, where we are targeting the 13th Amendment that still has a clause for slavery that makes it legal, even if someone's locked up, to make them work for free or involuntary labor. The reason why it's legal, mass incarceration, is there's a reason why it's legal. It's not just like, it's a reason. It's called the 13th Amendment. The 13th Amendment says that slavery is abolished in America except someone commits a crime. So slavery is abolished in involuntary servitude. It is, except you commit a crime. If you commit a crime, therefore you can be enslaved as a forced laborer or involuntary laborer, involuntary servitude. That's what it says. So Black Tea Party is going to be rolling out soon, and our initiative is no slavery, no exception. That's all we're saying is just take the exception clause out of the slavery abolishment, 13th Amendment. Take the exception clause out and just say slavery and involuntary servitude in America is abolished without exception. That's it. That's our first initiative. And Unify around one cause in that. And we're supporting the Justice for Else movement. And we are part of the Justice for Else movement. We're supporting the Justice for Else movement in regards to boycotting Black Friday and Christmas, as I mentioned earlier. And getting us right, repairing our people.
Brittany McLean on Facebook asks, would like to hear your thoughts on the killings in Paris. And how do you feel about everyone changing their Facebook pics to the French flag?
I think that's cute. Like that, it's funny that if people are humanitarians and they just care so much about human life in general, and that's why they're doing it, because they are true, no matter what religion they are, Christian, Muslim, Jew, whatever, but they are just true, compassionate people and people that love people, then I totally get it. And then I would think that that person's consistency would also show the same level of volume and respect and raising a flag for other people that face injustice as well, such as justice that we see happen in Kenya and in America with African Americans, et cetera, et cetera. So it's just don't be doing it just to do it to be trendy, but do it because you actually love people and you're about justice, and that you hurt and you empathize with people. Like I empathize with the people in Paris, but I also empathize with what's going on right in my backyard. So it's like I empathize with what's going on across the waters because they're people, they're human life. But I have a stronger everyday struggle and fight going on with what's going on with my people, Black people in America. And I wonder if those same people, just like the NFL did all these tributes to Paris today, which, hey, okay. But I haven't seen a tribute like that. I've never seen an African flag. I've seen a Canadian flag. I've seen the Paris flag now on NFL soil. I've never seen an African country's flag, but majority of NFL players are African American. I've never seen the African flag right back in green. I've never seen a Kenyan, Nigerian, or nothing has to do with the actual Black people. But I see a lot of things have to do with Great Britain and European, that world. But like the continent of Africa should get just as much respect, and the people that are descendants of the continent of Africa should get that much respect. Speaking of my country, where I'm from in Africa, make sure you can see Benin. I'm Beninian, or Beninese, and this is in French. Welcome to Belize.
Made in Benin.
Oh, made in Belize. Something like that. But yeah, these are our colors. This is my country. This is where I'm from in Africa. Not only by African American, but I'm Benin American. So, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I like this. If something happens in Benin, if 300 people get killed in Benin, are we gonna do green, yellow, and red flags? If there's an ISIS attack in Benin and they kill 7,000 African babies, is the NFL going to put the Benin colors on their turf? If 7,000 African babies are slaughtered tomorrow, God forbid, will the NFL raise the African flag, red, black, and green? There was 132 people killed in Paris, and that was horrible. But if 7,000 African kids were killed, would the NFL raise the African flag, red, black, and green? Or the Benin flag, green, yellow, and red? I'm just asking. And why wouldn't they? Why not? So next question. I think that's our last one, right?
That's the last one.
That was the last one?
That's the last one.
All right. Episode 25 is down. I hope it's under 15 minutes, so I'm going to break it up in two parts. If it's over 15 minutes, we got to break it up in two parts. Bye.